Good evening. I wish you all a happy Earth Day. Happy Earth Day. For me, this day is very important. It's very important than any other cultural or religious festival. We need to promote this day as an important day, should be celebrated by the earth community. Not only people, animals, plants, the living and the non-living. We all celebrate. It's a community, it's a common home. Pope Francis calls it a common home. It's a feast of common home. It's a festival of common home. Earth Day is a day for all of us to remember the environment in our busy lives. A day that reminds us to continue to do the little things that help the environment. Things like turning off the lights, the conservation of energy, plant trees, recycle, reduce, and reuse. Celebrating Earth Day serves as a conscious reminder of how fragile our planet is and how important it is to protect it. We celebrate Earth Day to continue promoting environmental awareness and to remind us that we can protect the earth in our everyday lives as well. Earth Day was a unified response to an environment in crisis. Oil spills, smog, rivers so polluted they literally caught fire. Global warming, climate change, greenhouse gases. On April 22nd, 1970, that is 50 years ago, 20 million Americans, that is 10% of the US population at the time, took to the streets, college campuses, and hundreds of cities to protect environmental ignorance, to protest environmental ignorance, and demand a new way forward for our planet. The first Earth Day is credited with launching the modern environmental movement and is now recognized as the planet's largest civic event. So I think all politics and religions should give importance for the Earth Day. This is the greatest day, like Deepavali or Easter or Christmas or Ramadan, any other festival. So give importance. It should be celebrated by earth community. Humans, animals, plants, the living and the non-living, everybody joins together. It's a huge event. So religious leaders and politicians should look into that and promote this day as the number one festival on the planet Earth. The first Earth Day in 1970 launched a wave of action, including the passage of landmark environmental laws in the United States first. The Clean Air, Clean Water, and Endangered Species Acts were created in response to the first Earth Day in 1970, as well as the creation of the Environmental Protection Agency, that is called EPA. Many countries soon adopted similar laws. Earth Day continues to hold major international significance. In 2016, the United Nations chose Earth Day as the day when the historic Paris Agreement on climate change was signed into force. The theme for the Earth Day is climate action. The enormous challenge but also the vast opportunities of action on climate change have distinguished the issue as the most passing topic for the 50th century. Now, I would like to talk about an important observation which I have been contemplating all my life. And it's about planet Earth and how people live on planet Earth. This is the planet Earth. It's the whole world. It's a beautiful common home. Yeah. Here is the equator, the center of the planet Earth. The equator is right here. Most of the tropical countries, they sit on the equator. 26 degree north, India is sitting, and 26 degree south, probably the north of Argentina, Brazil, they are sitting. I always wondered, this is a place for humans, equator, 26 degree north, or let us say 30 degree, even 35 degree north. It is meant for humans, mammals, and 35 degree south. Okay, let us take even 40, 40 north, 40 south. It's all right. But why should we go to 60 degree, 65 degree north? The Europeans, Norway, Sweden, Canada, northern part of Canada, and even southern Argentina, people live. These places are not meant for humans here, the southern hemisphere and the northern hemisphere. Here it is meant for polar bears. Here it is meant for penguins, especially emperor penguins. Then why do you go there? Why humans go to the north? That 60 degree north, the northern hemisphere. Why do you go there? Why do you go 60 degrees south? We need to learn from the great apes like orangutan, gorilla, bonobo, chimpanzee, even the smaller and lesser apes like gibbons and salmons. They all live on equator. They are the mammalian species. We belong to the same genus. We all belong to Hominoideae. We are all primates. You know that. So here, we are great apes, humans, orangutan, gorilla, bonobo, and chimpanzee, all great apes. So here, they all live on equator. Like Uganda, Tanzania, Rwanda, Kenya, all of them equator. All our human species, some 4 million years ago, evolved from the equator. Yeah, Adam and Eve evolved from equator. Human species came from the equator. Yes. Then why do you go 65 degree north and intrude? And then it is cold. You say, cold, cold. Let me burn oil. Pollution. Let me increase. What is that? When summer is too hot, let's use air condition. Pollution. Because too cold, I have to eat meat. So you kill animals. It's too cold in the northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. We drink alcohol to keep our bodies warm. Hey, I say welcome to COVID-19. COVID-19 is infecting the people, those who live in the colder climates. America, Italy, China, more people are infected. It's cold in the northern hemisphere. The COVID-19 is telling, hey, humans, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere is not for you. It's not for you. It's for polar bears, it's for emperor penguins. Clear the place and come. Today there are almost more than 7 billion people. How are we going to squeeze on Equator, 26 degree north or 40 degree north and 40 degrees south? How are we going to fit it? It's very difficult. So coronavirus killing them all. Human species, the carrying capacity of the earth. The carrying capacity of the earth is here. Actually, it is confined on the equator, 40 north, 40 south. So how many people can live here? Maybe 2 billion, maybe 3 billion. So that is the teaching of coronavirus. So let us open our hearts and empty, come down. Why do you want to still live in a place where there is ice, where cold conditions exist, and you burn oil and you pollute and you kill animals and you eat meat, the meat industry? The livestock rearing is responsible putting up 20% of the greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. It's not 5, it's not 10. 20 to 25% of the greenhouse gases are produced just for non-vegetarian habit, the livestock rearing. Even the United Nations started a program, no meat, no heat, in 2008 or 9, I don't remember. No meat, no heat. So as we celebrate the Earth Day, I think, look at the planet Earth. Learn from the apes, great apes, where to live. Don't try to copy other humans, intelligent people, holy people. They can't teach many things, but animals can teach us. Hey, coronavirus is on an animal. We learn from him. They have wisdom because they were living on the planet Earth for the past 3.8 billion years. Especially virus and bacteria. They are known as extremophiles. That's a word. Extremophiles. They will outlive humans. They were living before humans. They will outlive humans. They will live forever and ever. Amen. So anyway, Earth Day, I want to give you a small suggestion. What is the action we should do? So, climate action is the theme of the Earth Day. That is 50 years anniversary we are celebrating. 1970 we started, 50 years today. April 22nd, 2020 marks the 50 years anniversary of the Earth Day. So, only one, not advice, only one concept I want to tell you. All humans 7 billion of us. We should save ecosystems, environment. Restoration of the ecosystems wherever we live. That demands us to ditch out the northern hemisphere, southern hemisphere, and come to Equator and find some places and let those ecosystems restore for polar bears and emperor penguins. But here, let us recharge all the ecosystems, the mountains, the rivers, tropical rainforest, taiga, tundra, boreal, chaparral, all those ecosystems. Let them restore because we devastated them. So I think Earth Day is telling us restore all the ecosystems. By restoring ecosystems, we restore the ecosystem-free services. Ecosystem-free services. Simple things we can do. Recycle, reuse, reject, plant trees. Above all, show compassion and mercy and empathy to all the ecosystems, to the living and the non-living world. So that is the message I would like to give today. Restore all the ecosystems. By restoring ecosystems, we are starting off the free services that ecosystems can provide. So they can give you clean water, clean air, they can do photosynthesis, they can do productivity, they can control diseases, even they can control COVID-19. Yay! Thank you, COVID-19, for educating us. I think this is the best day to remember why the events, what have been happening for the past 1 month, they are happening. Why? So Earth Day is the best day to remember, to contemplate, and to come to the knowledge and value our Mother Earth. It's a common home. It doesn't belong only to humans. It belongs to humans in Equator, belongs to polar bears in the northern hemisphere, belongs to emperor penguins in the southern hemisphere, belongs to fishes in the ocean, birds in the skies, microorganism in the soil. Everybody has their own place. Planet Earth is a big place to provide places for everybody. Nobody can really squeeze. No, it's a big place. Everybody can live. So I think today I wish all the best to humans, to other creatures, and also for non-living entities like mountains, sunlight, temperature, soil, water, air. All of them, they celebrate this day. And I'm also celebrating, and you're also celebrating. And the whole Earth community is celebrating. And happy Earth Day. And thank you